and welcome. I did not have an intro, but I have a brand new video for you. We are back in our tropical island adventure park, and like I said, we're not going to update this all the time, but I felt like updating it today. I've actually been starting to work on this a while ago. Like I said in some other videos, I did pre-record some stuff, so that is one of the things. And we are building a canopy walk, which I don't know if you've ever been to a canopy walk, but it is magical to walk on these things through a jungle. And I knew right away, like when we started this, that I wanted to include a canopy walk somewhere on this, and I felt like the tiger was going to be it. So the tiger is the animal we're building for. We're also going to have another animal that you can walk past using this canopy walk, and you know, I might extend it out to the direction that is still pretty open here. And like always in this project, we can't really finish it off to all the sides because I don't really know how everything is going to flow in together. There's a lot of spaces in between, and that is kind of the struggle, and it is also kind of the reason why I said I'm not going to regularly update this anymore, because it takes a certain time to build something when you don't know what's going to be next to it. Like I said, I'm a huge planner, so I usually know, and I usually get to like prepare the next idea. And even though I have like a map that I've drawn for this, and I've had this like very, very strict vision, building it is a totally different thing. It always is, but especially with this one, I'm kind of struggling at really like bringing my plans to life. And yeah, I also gotta say, I'm not the most happy with this one, but I know that if I trust the process, this will be a cool segment of this park. But it's still kind of, on its own, I don't think it looks the best. I think I've built better stuff before. But yeah, I don't know. I knew I wanted to have it. And so I had a clear idea of what I wanted to do, which was very important for me to actually fulfill the thing that I was planning. And I did. And I don't know, there's parts of it that I like. But also, because this is a fairly huge section, first of all, I cut out a lot of stuff on this video. There's a lot of like try and error, and also a lot of foliage work, and it was pretty repetitive. And also, I've already run into the issue of frame dropping, like it starts to be lagging, and I've had this issue with this exact map before, and I do think it's kind of because there's a lot of water, and like very intricate water sections that I have to like put in and take back out and all of that. So I'm kind of scared for this project because it's already lagging really hard in some places, like these like round sections of the canopy walk. They are later on, you won't see it really in the build, but when we do a real-time part of it, there are sections, not sections, the entire thing actually is covered in wooden planks later on. And because I could have saved so much time and effort and piece count if we could, select the floor separate from the what are they called? The fence that the floor comes with, because I really knew I wanted this fence. This is exactly the fence that I wanted, but I didn't like the floor texture, so yeah. I covered the entire floor with pieces, and I wanted it to be wooden pieces. So it's a lot of pieces, and also round, that's always an issue. So yeah, there's a lot of pieces. I went back in and tried to remove some pieces to keep the count a little lower, I changed some flooring around later on. It's something, and I'm kind of scared for the project and the piece count and the playability of this map. But you know, if worse comes worse, if the worst things happen, I don't know. We will just wait for me to get a better computer, I guess. But I mean, for now it's playable, and it's really just when we're like over the water that it's lagging, and like right after I unpause the game, so everything starts moving. That's the worst lagging part. And then I guess, you know, we can also, you know, I'll be bitter about it, but if I have to, I will just delete all the floor that I've put in manually here. That, I mean, I'd rather have an ugly floor than an unplayable map, but yeah, I don't know. So fingers crossed that we can continue with this for a long time still. And then, yeah, it's something. And then I also gotta say, it doesn't really, it's a very tedious process of building here, because it's a jungle and everything has to be covered. Like, it's not that there's like mowed lawn in a jungle, so I always feel like however many trees and bushes and plants on the floor and whatever I put in, it's not enough. And that is really messing with me and my process and everything. So and you know, consequentially I will put in more pieces, making it slower. So yeah, no, it's a troublesome map. I might put in like barriers between water sections or something, but then we still have the boat ride. Oh, it's something. So I'm really more struggling in the technical department there. And then also, obviously, if it gets slower, and I've, you know, never gotten to the point where it felt slow building in it, where it's like I click on an item and I want to move it, and it takes a second to load me moving it. So that's annoying, and it also kind of messes with your process, because you're like more concerned with not having to move pieces a lot rather than what it is going to look like in the end, if that makes sense. So that kind of messed up my progress, and I don't know, I hope that, you know, we will be able to continue this, and if not, then updates will be very slow whenever I feel like, you know, putting myself through building in a slower map and all that. But yeah, I don't know. But one thing I would also critique on this, but it is what I wanted, so technically I can't be too pissed about that, but I don't really like that you can't see the tigers from up close, but at the same time, I wanted that. Like, I wanted people to walk over the canopies, like, look down and be, like, kind of trying to spot the tigers within their habitat, like, within the jungle. And I think that is the reality here with most of the enclosures will be that, because I mean, it doesn't, this whole map isn't the most realistic. Oh, by the way, no, I will finish this. I always get off track and then forget, like, I listen back to my voiceover and be like, you never finished that story. But, okay, what did I wanted to say? Yeah, now I forgot both. Oh god. Okay, I listened back to my voiceover so far, and the thing I wanted to say first was that, you know, the focus of this is kind of to make it look like you're at a jungle and it's an adventure and you might see animals if you spot them and all that, and kind of pretend that this is where the animals actually live, but also it's kind of made to be an adventure park. And then, as a consequence of this won't be the most realistic park. Like, it is sort of realistic, but you've already noticed that not, like, the animals don't really have, like, realistic, like, cages to like keep them or separate them. They don't really have indoor sections, so that is not really realistic. It's more the focus of building here will be to kind of play around more with the adventure aspect of it, and like the tropicalness and the jungle and all that. So that is the focus here. And then the other thing I wanted to say was actually that if you've not noticed so far, I mean, I think it's also like 2 videos maybe that I've done this. I changed for the description. It now says like it has a section with like links to certain lists, and one of the lists is a list of all the series that also kind of gives an overview of what the series are about and how, and one of the things on these lists is like how realistic is it. There's like a very short like little description of them. It's not even really a description, it's just to give you an idea like what series are about and what my challenges are with them, or if there are any challenges, how often I will be updating them. So just so that you know what to expect and you kind of have like an overview for that, because I understand that now we have a lot of series on here and it might be confusing, and I kind of wanted to help out with that. And then also there'll be 2 other lists. One I already started is like all the blueprints that I used in all my videos, and then I will also make one for the blueprints that I'll put out myself. Honestly, I'm kind of ready to release them. The only thing is like, if you guys have my Steam name, would that mean that you'd be able to like watch my zoos? Can I turn that off? Because I don't want it to be spoiled or anything. And I don't know. I'm not really like very knowledgeable in like Steam things, and I know it's a huge thing, but I don't know. So if you could help me out with that, like telling me how I could like prevent people from being able to look into my zoos, because I think that is a thing you can do, definitely let me know. Like that is kind of throwing me off right now. And then I think I'm good to go with blueprints. I also still working on Instagram. And what? Now that I'm mentioning Instagram, the list that you will see, you'll find them on Patreon, and I'm not really planning as of yet to use Patreon in the way that it is intended, but I still remember Patreon as a good way to host certain content from back when I did Sims custom content, so I'm very familiar with Patreon and how that works, and I'm by no means have a plan to use it to make money, but I know how it works, and I know that it's a nice way to get your content together and then eventually maybe use it the way that it is intended. But for now, all of the posts are just visible to all people coming there, and I think it'll always stay that way, honestly. But yeah, that is just so that you're not confused with that. That is what it is used for. So don't be thrown off by the link saying Patreon or whatever. You don't have to pay to see it. You can just use the lists and never, actually just pretend that it is like a regular like website or blog or whatever. I guess I could have used Tumblr, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back to Tumblr. Oh my god, let me know if you were a Tumblr kid. I totally was. Oh my god, I feel like my entire free time when I was a teenager was just spent on Tumblr. And saying that kind of makes me feel old, but I don't know. I always wanted to be like the Tumblr hipsters, and I was like, oh no, you're a kid. You can't do that. But yeah, I don't know. That was like my idea of cool, to like post pictures of Starbucks drinks. Also, Starbucks was pretty cool in Germany because, that was like an American thing that came over here. And so yeah, that was crazy. I still remember people walking around with like Starbucks drinks, like Starbucks cups, but they felt filled them up with water because they didn't have enough money to buy it again and again. Like, I'm talking about teenagers here. Like, they would buy one coffee or like a frappuccino, the thing that came in the plastic caps, and then fill it up with water after, and just like walk around the mall with like a Starbucks cup with water in it. I don't know. That was a thing. I don't know how I got there. I have no idea, but now you know. And yeah, I don't know. I've not been to Starbucks in forever. I have this thing, like this what's it called? Like a tradition with myself. Like whenever I achieve something, like I'm relieved, like let's say I had a job interview and I've gotten the job, I will go to Starbucks. And like I don't really go to Starbucks at all other times because the place that I live in, it's kind of like very inconvenient for me to get to Starbucks. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a tradition. So once on Christmas and once whenever I achieve something in my life, and I've gotten a new job and I didn't go to Starbucks, it just feels wrong. But yeah, I don't know. So I guess I will go to Starbucks if this channel is like at, I don't know, like was it 1,000? I think I'll go to Starbucks. I think that it's a good milestone to be Starbucks worthy. Yeah, but it's time for the real part. Oh my god, see you in like a few seconds. Alright, look at our beautiful little canopy walk. Okay, we're done. While I was building, I kind of made the mistake of like kind of all the like viewpoints I kind of taken from this angle, but then I realized like the way I want to map out this whole place, people would come from the other side. So this, kind of ignore the tiger head. It's I don't know if it'll stay. I thought it would be fun, but it's kind of scary. But without further talking, let's plop us down here. We'll probably decorate these things more. I haven't really gone around to it because the other animal is still missing. But to this side, we're actually up into the canopy walk for a tigress. And like I said, it's kind of hard to spot them from here, but that's what I wanted. Like, imagine this in the back. We'll have like a full-grown jungle. We may be over-cluttering this more. Oh, the tiger is using the climbing frame. All right. Look. Can we switch the light around? There we go. I'm glad that I can actually use it. It looked kind of wonky going up here, but is it gonna jump up? Yes. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, it knocked the box down. But yeah. So they have a lot of area to swim around in, and let's see if we can spot. There's like 4 tigers in here, I think, which I know they don't want that. There's one. This whole area right here, obviously we're going to have to ignore for now because this whole thing will be the rest of the island, so I don't really know what is going to be on this side. But this is kind of the size I want to go for them to walk around in. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at them walking through the water. This is what I wanted. Like, I wanted you to have to sort of wait a while to spot them. Which is kind of dumb because tigers are really good at, like, I don't know the English word for that, but, like, not be seen because of their fur. Oh, hello, what are you doing? Okay. But yeah, this is sort of what it looks like, and this is also why I really wanted the fencing, because this looks so much like a bridge, right? Like one of those canopy walk bridges. I kind of wish I made this like more narrow, but given that, you know, the entire guest flow have to go through it, I think it would kind of suck for the game. But, you know, at the same time, I'm like, whatever. This is not franchised. But yeah, I don't know. And then this keeper over there does not know what he's doing because all of these things aren't really connected yet. Like, this is just like somewhere within the land. But let's go down here. Because I think from this view, it looks the absolute best. And this is also like a cool climbing structure that I don't know they can actually use. I think I checked it and they technically can, but it's probably going to be one of those wonky climbing situations. But I think it'd be really cool if, you were to stand here and, the tiger was resting here. I would really like that. But yeah, I don't know. Let's have an overview from here. I think if you zoom out really far, this looks kind of weird because these are all the same trees. So we definitely have to bring some of those trees over to here. But yeah, they're obviously needed because they're the ones supporting the canopies. So we need a tall, thin trees for that. Then I think they work. I wish there was some like medium height going on, but we'll work with that in the back definitely. But yeah, let me know what you think of our little canopy. All of the 4, oh no, it's 3, but definitely let me know what you think of our little tiger paradise / canopy walk for the people. And they really have a little paradise here. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you think. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!